ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातन्नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातन्नमामि। ॐ श्रीहनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनं। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्री तुलसीदासाय नमः। श्रीराम 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 श्रीराम। हरि ओम। A very warm welcome. Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji had gone to sleep. Now, in the next Chaupai we see Bhagavan wakes up. That is in the 358th Chaupai we will see. Needau badana soha suthilona मनहु साझ सरसी रूह सोना घर घर करहि जागरण नारी देहि परस्पर मंगलगारी पुरी बिराजति राजति रजनी रानी कहि बिलो कहु सजनी सुंदर बधुन सासुलै सोई फनिकन जनु सिरमणि उरगोई प्रात पुनीत काल प्रभु जागे अरुण चूड़ बर बोलन लागे बंदी मागधनि गुणगन गाये पुरजन द्वार जोहारन आये बंदी बे प्रसुर गुर पितु माता पाई असीस मुदित सब भ्राता जननी सादर बदन निहारे भूपति संग द्वार पगुधारे कीन्ही शौच सब सहज सुचि सरित पुनीत नहाई प्रात क्रिया करितात पही आये चारिवु भाई सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। नीदवु बदन सोह सुठिलो नाम। Tulsidas very beautifully writes, he says, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji's face is so charming. Manahu sajha sarasiruha sona. It is like the red, beautiful lotus, which is fully bloomed, and and in the evening it is half closed. It blooms fully during the day, but in the late evening it closes half. Similarly, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji sleeping is so charming. घर घर करहि जागरण नारी देहि परस्पर मंगलगारी. In every house, all the women folk who had seen Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji and Sita ji, they were talking to each other so much, and all of them kept themselves awake all through. Jagarana nari. Everybody were awake. Why? They could not sleep because of the joy of seeing both of them. And they also sang very, very auspicious songs related to this particular emotion. Puri birajati rajati rani rajani. Now, they are talking to each other. They say, friends, how beautiful is this city now? How splendid is this night? See, the city was the same even before. Night, every day it comes. After the day, night. After the night, day. This comes regularly, never changes. It is never delayed or it doesn't come early. It is prefixed. But because of the fact that Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji after marriage along with Sita ji has come to the city is becoming so beautiful by the very presence. Acharya Shankara in Viveka Chudamani says, Yasya Sannidhi Matrena. By the very presence. How beautiful the city also looks. Rani kahi bilo kahu sajani. The queens, they said to each other, how beautiful is this city. Sundara badhuna sasulai soi. And then the mother-in-laws. Who is the mother-in-law? Ramchandra ji's mother and the other two mothers. The mother-in-laws. For whom? For the newly wedded brides. What did they do? They brought them together and slept. They are small girls, please understand. So they slept along with them, put them to sleep, and they all the time kept on watching their beautiful, charming, lovely faces. So attractive. Panikana janu siramani uragoi And then they even held their arms. They held them also tight. The example is given like how the snake, which had got the money above its head, and it takes the money and keeps it tight towards itself so that the light doesn't come out. So protective, so protective. Similarly, the mother-in-laws held the daughter-in-laws with so much of love, so much of care and protection. The sense of protection with love. That is very, very important. Prata punita kala prabhu jage, aruna choda bara bolan lage. And before dawn, Pratah punita kala prabhu jage. Before dawn, that is Brahmi Muhurta. We are supposed to get up at that time. But we are all Surya Vamshis. No? After Surya wakes up and probably he comes to the top, then we think of waking up. Some people get up early morning, 8 o'clock. No. According to Shastra, Brahmi Muhurta. When is that? Before dawn. Whatever is the time, the dawn is, before dawn one has to get up. Bhagavan woke up, and at that time all the birds were chirping. And it is a village, even though it is a town, Ayodhya, lot of village like situations were there. Therefore people had got cows and calves, and lot of them had got goats, etc., etc., and then lot of them had chicken. Chicken means all of them, early morning they, what do you call it? They coke, isn't it? Chicken cokes early morning. Alarm clock like. It made sound. Even the birds were chirping. Bandi magadhani gunagana gaye. Early morning the Bandijan, all of them had come. And those people who, poets, they also came. And those people who speak praises about the king and the family, they also came. Purajana dwara joharana aye. Purajana, all the people also came early morning. It was difficult for them to pass the time also without seeing Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. Early morning they came in front of the gate. Bandi be prasura gura pitu mata pai asisa mudita sababhrata. Having got up, they all, did all their morning chores, everything, snana, etc. They came, and then all the four brothers, Sababhrata, what did they do? Pai asisa mudita, with loving heart, beautiful face, smiling, vadana. What did they do? Bandi, all those brahmanas, Vipra, brahmanas, Bandi means all those people who sang. Bandi, Sura, all the devatas, Gura, the gurus who were there, Pitumata, the parents, they did namaskara to all of them. It's a very, very important culture. These days we call it, people look at it as a fashion. People even shy to do namaskara to parents in front of others. What a pity. Shame on them who feel ashamed. They must feel ashamed. For what? For not doing the prostration to the parents in front of others. This is our culture. I remember my own grandmother. I was a small boy. When I wake up in the morning, first thing she would say, go to bathroom, finish all your bathroom work and come out. And when you come out, apply vibhuti. There was one bowl of vibhuti kept near we had a puja room. Today, puja room, there is no accommodation for gods. You put them in stand or in dabba, etc., etc. But those days, we had a puja room itself. I have to go there, apply tilaka. And having applied tilaka, first I had to go and do namaskara to my parents. Me and my sisters in the Purvashram. We have to do namaskara and then go and do namaskara to Bhagavan. Think. Matrudevo bhava Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava, Yanyana Vadyani Karmani, Thani Sevitavyani, No Itarani. Taittiriya Upanishad Vakya. Mata, Pita, Guru, Deivam. The first is Mata, therefore, first go and do Namaskaram to Mata, then to Pita, then to Guru, and then to this one. What is the meaning here? Mata is the first step towards realization. Then comes Pita, who gives education for me to understand what is realization. Third is the Guru, who teaches me and points out what is the Brahman, that supreme reality, and then I reach that reality. Think. Therefore, Matu Pita is very, very important in our life. Payasi samudita sababhrata janani nasadara badana nihare bhupati sangadvara pahudhare. Then all the mothers were so happy. They all, were so captivated by the beautiful faces of their sons, whom they have been seeing after a very long time. So that missing was there, and that continued because of a long time missing. Therefore, now that energy, that enthusiasm has come because my 4 children are in front of me. Mothers beautifully gazed at the face of all the 4 brothers. And later, the princes, all the 4 boys, they went along with the king. Towards the gate they went. Keenhi saucha sab sahaja suchi sarita punita nahai. Then after again they probably went back to their room and then freshened up themselves, then took their clothes and went to Sarayu Nadi to take bath. Prata kriya karita tapahi aye chari ubhai. And then all the morning prayers, everything they did, and then they come back to the palace where King Dasharatha was there. Continuing. भूप बिलो के लिए उरलाई बैठे हर शिर जाय सुपाई देखी रामु सब सभा जुडानी लोचन लाभ अवधि अनुमानी पुनि बसिष्ठो मुनि कौशिको आये सुभग आसननि मुनि बैठाये सुतन समीत पूजी पद लागे निरखी रामु दो गुर अनुरागे कहि वसिष्ठु धर्म इतिहासा सुनहि महिषु सहितर निवासा मुनि मन अगम गाधि सुत करनी मुदित वसिष्ठ विपुल विधि बरनी बोले बाम देव सब साची कीरति कलित लोकति हुमाची सुनियानंदु भयउ सब काहू राम लखन उर अधिक उछाऊ मंगल मोद उछाहनित जाहि दिवस एहि भांति उमंगी अवध आनंद भरी अधिक अधिक अधिकाई सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। भूप बिलो के लिए उरलाई. When they all went to the palace to meet Dasharath ji, he looked at them and then again with lot of love embraced all of them. Baithe har shirajaya supai. Very happily he sat down with all of them, asked them to sit, and after he permitted, all of them sat with Dasharath ji. Dekhi Ramu sab sabha judani. The whole court, probably he went to the court. Court means what? Not our judicial courts. Darbar. There it was judicial only. Darbar, we may say. He went there and the whole court was so happy seeing Ramchandraji and all the four brothers. Lochana labha avadhi anumani. They considered that the very purpose of these eyes were fulfilled. The eyes are blessed. Why? Because of the darshan of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. Puni baseshtu muni kausiku aaye. After that, Vashishta Maharishi and Vishwamitra Maharishi, both of them came. Subhaga asanani muni baithayi. They were given very appropriate, beautiful asanas, simhasanas. Both of them sat on that. Sutana sameta puji padalage. Now, all the father, Dasharatji, and the sons, Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, all the four of them, all of them went and did namaskara at the feet of the gurus. Both of them who had just come, all of them went and did namaskara. This is also a very important culture which, we are so sad to see the irresponsible parents who have not given the culture to the younger generation. It will be more unfortunate if the parents have not given them that culture. Think. Bharatiya Samskriti, where whenever an acharya, a sannyasi, a guru, a rishi muni, or even elders, when they come, the children must do pranams. This is our culture. Today, hi Swamiji, how are you? Ridiculous. Shame on the parents who have brought their children up like that, who have raised the children like that. Shame on you. Unfit to be an Indian, a Bharatiyan in particular. I can understand people abroad. Why they were not given that culture? That culture is not there. It's okay. What is short of us? Think. Whenever an very elderly person, a santa, a sannyasi, a guru, whoever comes, parents also must do namaskara and show it to the children to do. This happens in many of the houses. Earlier we were all going. Now I don't go to anybody's house. Earlier when we are going to the houses, the parents first come and they bring the child, leave the child there, and both parents, when they do namaskara, the child automatically does. Why? It only imitates. It will not understand what is the reason for it. It will understand later. Let it understand later. But now, let the child gain the culture of doing namaskara. Very, very important. At another occasion here during the Ramayana, I will tell you the importance of all these important, cultural, actions which we perform. A particular place is there where I will talk to you about it. Okay. Now all of them did namaskara. Nirakhiramu dovugura nuraghe. Now the two rishis, they were so happy to behold the beautiful form of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji. Kahi basishtu dharma itihasa. Then, in the form of satsang, Vasishta ji very beautifully narrated lot of stories in the itihasa, in the legends. Sunahi mahi susahitara nivasa. All of them, the king, all the women, all the sevakas, all of them who are present there, all of them listen to it with rapt attention. Hearing is one thing, listening is another thing. Hearing is when the cross ventilation is open and nothing happens inside. Listening is when one is closed. From the one ear, all the information goes in and then it goes. And it fructifies as the very culture, a virtue in one's personality. Muni managama gadhi sutakarani mudita basishta bipula bidhibarani. And while speaking, Vashishta ji, he remembered and spoke about the great activities which Vishwamitra ji did, along taking Ramchandra ji and Lakshman ji along. What all happened? How great is Vishwamitra ji? How powerful is his Shakti, and all that beautiful, Shakti he has transferred to Ramchandra ji, and it was because of Vishwamitra ji they could get married to all the 4 sisters at Mithila Nagari. Therefore, he explained everything. Mudita Vasishta Bipula Bidhibharani. And he also, all the details he gave, everybody, with rapt attention, they were listening. And that, they could also imagine how it could happen. That was a beauty with which Vashishta ji narrated. Bole Bamadevu Sab Sachi. Another sage, Vamadeva, who was also present in Dasharath ji's court in that particular sabha, he is also one among the saints who were there, and he said, whatever Vashishta ji said is true, is absolutely true, which, like endorsing the statements, and everybody were very, very happy. Kirati Kalita Lokati Numachi. And Vishwamitra ji's Kirti is now spreading in all the lokas. Here it is given 3 lokas. We have got 14 lokas according to our Sanatana Dharma. We can add all of them. However, here Tihuloka, all the 3 lokas, is being given everywhere. Vishwamitra ji's glory is spread out. Suni Anandu Bhayavu Sabakahu. Everyone were very, very happy. Rama Lakhana Uradhika Uchavu. Ramchandra ji and Lakshmana were more delighted. Why? They were present. Think. To acknowledge whatever Vashishta ji told and acknowledged by Vamadev ji. Now Ramchandra ji and Lakshman ji also smiled, which only endorsed the statements of Maharishi Vashishta. Mangala Moda Uchahanita. Mangala Moda Uchahanita. Everything was so auspicious and very, very enthusiastic, rejoicing. Jahi Devasayehi Bhati. Days went on like that. Days rolled out. Umangiya Vadha Ananda Bhari Adhika Adhika Adhikai. The whole city of Ayodhya were completely, into lot of joy, lot of delight, so much of enthusiasm, so much of happiness, everything, and it swelled adhika, adhika, adhikati. It went on, increasing and increasing only. Having said that, Tulsi Dasi now enters into the 360th Chaupai. Sudina Sodhikala Kankana Chore Mangala Moda Binodana Thore Nitanava Sukhusura Dekhi Sihahi Avadha Janma Jachahi Bidhipahi Biswamitru Chalana Nita Chahahi Ramasa Prema Binaya Basarahi दिन दिन सयगुण भूपति भावु देखि सुराह महामुनिरावु मागत बिदारावु अनुरागे सुतन समेत टाडभे आगे नाथ सकल संपदा तुम्हारी मैं सेवकु समेत सुतनारी करब सदालरि कन परिछोहु दरसनु देत रहब मुनि मोहु अस कहि रावु सहित सुतरानी परेवु चरण मुख आवन बानी दीन्हि असीस विप्र बहु भांति चले न प्रीति रीति कहीं जाति राम सप्रेम संग सब भाई आय सुपाई फिरे पहुँचाई राम रूप भूपति भगति ब्याहु छाहु आनंदु जात सराहत मन ही मन मुदित गाधि कुल चंदु सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरु नाथ महाराज की जय सुदीन सोदि कल कंकन छोरे one Sudina, one beautiful auspicious day was selected, and there is a custom where they tie that rope in the hand. I think right hand they tie that rope, and before wedding that rope was tied for it is a custom which to ward off all the evil spirits, evil mind and things like that. It is tied, and then Mangala Moda Binodana Thore, and then all good activities whenever takes place, that rope is tied. And on another, after the program, after the activity is over, then the rope is removed. And all of them united for this particular occasion, and everybody were happy. Nita nava sukhu sura dekhi sihahi. Even Sura, all the devatas, dekhi sihahi. Sihahi means what? They were also very happy. Avadha janma, look at the statements. Avadha janma jachahi vidhi pahi. All of Suraganas, all of them prayed to Vidhi. Vidhi means creator Brahma. They said, please give us a birth in Ayodhya. Why? We can all the time keep seeing Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji, Sita ji, Bharat ji, Lakshman ji, all of their wives also. Such a beautiful, divinely atmosphere. We will be so blessed by seeing all of them. Then, Vishwamitru Chalana Niti Chahi. Now Vishwamitra ji said, okay, my job is over. The purpose is fulfilled. Now it is the right time to say Hari Om and go. So, Rama sa prema binaya basarahi. But Ramchandra ji's love for Vishwamitra ji, who will not have, tell me, was so much, it held him back. Again and again, Dina Dina, Sayaguna, Bhupati Bhavu. Every day, the king's devotion towards Vishwamitra ji grew, so much and so much. Why? What else can a father expect? What else can the Praja expect? Such wonderful things have happened to Ramchandra ji and Lakshman ji also. Dina Dina Sayaguna Bhupati Bhavu Dekhi Saraha Mahamuni Ravu. Looking at the love, pure, unconditional, uncontaminated love of Dasharatha ji and the entire retinue, the entire family. Looking at them, he was full of praise for Dasharatha ji. Magata bida ravu anurage sutana sameta thadabhe age. Finally, when Vishwamitra ji said, now I have to go, please allow me. Then Dasharatha also understood. Then he called all his sons, and in front of him, he stood before Vishwamitraji along with the sons. Two reasons why the sons should know what commitment the Raja gives to the Guru. Very, very important. Even in our lives, your children must know what is it that is there in your mind. How do you respond to your gurus, your elders at a situation, a particular decision making? Children must be there so that they should know what to decide when. Very important. Therefore, he called all the sons, and then he said in front of them, नाथ सकल संपदा तुम्हारी मैं सेवक समेत सुत नारी. He said, hey Nath, hey Guru, sakala sampada tumari. All that I have with me as so-called mine is not mine. Everything is yours. I surrender everything unto you. मैं सेवक, I am your servant. Dasharatha ji is telling Vishwamitra ji, please note this. I am your servant, me sevak, nari suta sameta, along with my wives and my children. All of us are your servants. This indicates the children have to undergo or perform whatever Guru says. Unconditionally, unquestioning, obey. Karabas dalari kana parachohu darasanu deta sahaba muni mohu. He says, please be gracious enough to all of us. And then the word used is chohu. You will see this word being used again and again. More so in the Sundarakanda we will see. At that time I will tell you the beautiful meaning of that at that time. Why? We will wait. Wait, suspense. Beautiful word, chohu. Please be gracious to me and all these boys. And darasanude tarahaba muni mohu. And please consider coming here again and again and give us darshana. असकहिरावु सहित सुतरानी परेवु चरण मुख अब आबन बानी. So saying, all of them, the Raja, all the queens, the sons, the daughter-in-laws, all of them fell at the feet of Vishwamitra ji, and he became absolutely speechless. He was so moved by the love, the attitude of surrender, and the beautiful bhavana of prema. He was spellbound. Dini asisa Vipra bahubhati. Now Vipra, Brahmana, who is Vishwamitra ji, invoked lot of blessings, all types of blessings he invoked upon them, and then with lot of love and care, with lot of joy, departed to his abode. Ramu sa prema sanga sab bhai. This departure, it was so difficult and it cannot be spoken in words. And Ramchandraji and his brothers, all of them, Ayasupai phire pahunchai, took the Ashirvada from the master, and after he left, beautifully, lovingly escorted the Raja back. Phire pahuchai. Rama Rupa Bhupati Bhagati Bhyahu Chahu Anandu Jata Sarahat Manahi Mana Mudita Gadhi Kula Chandu Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai Pavan Suta Hanuman ki jai Umapati Mahadev ki jai Bolo Bhai Sab Santan ki jai Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Ramarupu. Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji's beauty was so much that Vishwamitraji probably must have turned back again and again and looked at his face, and he felt very happy. And Dasharatha's devotion, Adbhuta, Roma Harshanam it is said. That was the devotion he had for Vishwamitraji, because of whom the very wedding of Ramchandraji and Sitaji and all the other three brothers of Ramchandraji took place with so much of pomp and show. Having said that, now we will enter into the last Chaupai of this Balakand to conclude it today, and again come back for Ayodhya Kand on 1st of November. Vamadeva Raghukula Guragyani Bahurigadhi Sutta Katha Bakhani Suni Muni Suja Sumanahi Man Ravu Baranata Apana Punya Prabhavu Bahure Logar Jaya Subhayavu Sutana Sameta Nripati Griha Gayavu Jahatah Ram Byahu Sab Gava Suja Supunita Lokati Hunchava Aaye Byahi Ramu Ghar Jabte Basai Ananda Avadha Sab Tabte Prabhu Bibah Jas Bhayavu Chahu Sakaina Barani Gira Ahinahu Kabhi Kula Jivanu Pavan Jani Ramasiya Jasu Mangala Khani Tehi te main kachu kaha bakhani Karan punita hetu nijabani. You will see this. Vamadeva Raghukula Guragyani. Vamadevji and the Kula Guru Vashishtaji, both of them, they are all gurus of the race Raghukula. Bahuri Gadhi Sutta Katha Bakhani. Both of them, one after the other, probably must have narrated lot of stories about Vishwamitraji. Suni Muni Suja Sumanahi Manaravu. On listening to that, the great glory of Vishwamitraji, Baranatha Apana Punya Prabhavu. The king praised himself in a manner of saying, how? Because he is blessed with such great Rishi Varyas, Vamadevji, Vashishtaji, Vishwamitraji. So, it is so great to have such great Rishi Varyas. These are all, by words we cannot explain. We can only use some words. But, he felt so happy, he felt so blessed to have them and to have attracted the great sage Vishwamitraji, because of whom this whole Rajyam is so happy due to the wedding of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji and his brothers. Bahure Logar Jaya Subhayavu. And after that, on command by the king, all the people who had assembled there, all of them dispersed. Sutana Sameta Nripati Griha Gayavu. Now, Dasharatji, along with the sons, went back to the palace. Jahatah Ram Byahu Sabu Gava. Wherever you see, people are only talking about Ramchandraji, singing the glory of Ramchandraji, talking about the story, what all happened. Probably even from the time he took birth, there was only the talk of Ramchandraji in the entire kingdom. Sujasu Punita Lokati Huchava. All of those, exchange of ideas reached all the three lokas. Aaye Byahi Ramu Ghar Jabte. What was they talking? From the day Aaye Byahi, after getting married, from the time Rama Ghara Jabate, when he came back home, Basai Ananda Avadha Sabatabate, there is only joy, there is only, absolute happiness in all of Ayodhya. That very essence of joy as though took abode in Ayodhya. Ayodhya became the abode of happiness, ecstasy, joy, everything. It settled in Ayodhya. Prabhu bibahu jasa bhayavu chahu. All those festivities that took place along with with other rituals in the wedding. Sakahina bharani gira ahinai. What more is there to speak other than that? Every vyavaharika jivana is wasteful because they just go away. Even this will pass away. But the joy of the story of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra Ji is so beautiful. And even Sharada and Sheshanaga cannot describe completely that particular incidences that took place. Kabi kula jevanu pavana jani Ramasiya jasu mangala khani. Tulsi Dasi says, I know that the glory of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra and Sita Ji, this very life, it sanctifies. The glory of Ramchandra Ji and Sita Ji, when we come to know, our life becomes punya. It becomes sanctified. It is so beautiful. And that itself is nothing but the mine of blessings. All blessings, says all the poets who are there in Ayodhya. Tehi te main kachu kahan bakhani karana punita hetu nijabani. But why am I talking about all this? Tulsidas says, I am talking about this beautiful story because through that my speech will become sanctified. My speech will become purified. Remember in the beginning he had said, Swanta Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gata. Similarly, for the sanctification of my very speech, I am singing Bhagavan's glory. And now there is a very beautiful chanda followed by one sorta. We will see that and conclude this beautiful kanda. Nijagira pavani karana karana Rama jasu tulasi kahyo Raghubira charita apara baridhi Paru kabi kaune lahyo Upabita byaha uchaha mangala Sunije sadara gabahi Vaidehi Rama prasada tejana Sarvada sukhu pavahi Nijagira pavani karana karana Rama jasu tulasi kahyo. So beautiful. He says, Tulsidasa only says, Tulsidasa sang Shri Ramchandra Ji's glory. He puts himself as a different, as a witness to Tulsidas Ji's work. How beautiful. He says, Tulsidasa sang Ramchandra Ji's glory. Why? For the purpose of, showing to the world the glory of Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra Ji. The wonder of Ramchandra Ji. Raghubira charita apara baridhi Paru kabi kaune lahyo. Actually, he says, Ramchandraji's glory is Baridhi Paru. It is beyond the limitless ocean. That is his glory. Then why do you sing? Because that story is so beautiful. It brings so much of joy to me. Therefore, I am singing. And he says, no poet have ever been able to cross this ocean. Why? The ocean of the glory of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji is so much, nobody has reached the other shore. Many have tried, no doubt, but his glory is so much, one cannot reach the other shore. Upabita byaha uchaha mangala sunije sadara gavahi. Those people, Je sadara gavahi, those people who reverentially, with love, with bhakti, devotion, dedication, commitment, with all that, whoever has sung the glory of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji's, the tale of the auspicious activities that happened in Ayodhya, in Mithila Nagari, etc., etc. Vaidehi Rama Prasadate Jana Sarvada Sukhapavahi. Those people who thus speak, narrate this wonderful katha, they will be so much blessed by Vaidehi Rama Prasada, by the blessings of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji and Sita ji, who is Vaidehi. And very beautiful sortha, which we will conclude with. Siya Raghubira Bibahu, Jesa Prema Gavahi Sunahi, Tina Kahu Sada Uchahu, Mangalayatana Rama Jasu. J Saprema. Very important word, please. Those with love. Not for the sake of showing off their talent. Not for the sake of showing off their, oracious presentations. Not for the sake of gaining some fringe materials, flimsy materials. Not for the sake of name and fame of theirs to go higher and higher, but for the sake of love for Bhagavan. However, to whatever limit, to whatever capacity, to the best of their abilities, whoever sings the glory of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji and Sita ji's marriage also. Siya Raghubira Vibahu, the marriage of Sita ji and Ramchandra ji, Jesa Prema Gavahi Sunahi, one who speaks and those who listen to. Both the speaker and the listener. In fact, the speaker is the first listener, then only others. That is why right in the beginning I said, I am not interested in who is listening to me. I am speaking because Swanta Sukhaya Tulsi Raghunatha Gata. Tulsi Das ji wrote Ramcharitamanas for Swanta Sukhaya. And let me confess, with due respects and surrender at the feet of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji and the Guru Tulsi Das ji and all the Gurus whom we have come through, Vashishta, Vamadeva, Vishwamitra, everybody, at the feet of at their feet, I submit, this is happening only for the sake of my happiness. Similarly, Tulsi Das ji says, those who does this for the sake of joy. Whoever speaks on Ramchandraji's Vivaha, whoever speaks on Sita Rama Vivaha, he say, Tina kahu sada uchahu mangalayatana Rama jasu. Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji's glory is such that it will bring mangalayatana. They will only get blessings and they will be happy for eternity. What more are we looking forward to, tell me? Everybody who is listening wants to listen to become happy. The one who are not listening because they want to be happy. Whatever way. But Tulsidasi very clearly indicates those who sing the glory of Sita Rama Vivaha and the one who listens to the glory of Sita Rama Vivaha will eternally be happy. Mangalayatana, they will be extremely blessed. So, we will also, be a part of this recipient of the blessings of Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra ji, Sita ji, Lakshman ji, and Hanuman ji on this occasion. Alright, with this, iti Srimad Ramacharita Manase, in this Ramacharita Manas, Sakala, everything included, Kali Kalusha, Vidvamsane, to eradicate all pain and suffering. Prathama Sopanaha Samaptaha. With this, the first canto, Balakand, concludes. Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, Umapati Mahadev ki jai, Bolo bhai sab santan ki jai, Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. We will now have the Arati. Please accept the Arati, and with that, this particular Kanda series gets concluded. We will again meet on the 1st of November. Please remember, we will meet not on the 16th of October, on the 1st of November to start the Ayodhya Kanda. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Ritagam Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdhvaretam Virupaksham Vishwarupaya Vai Namo Namaha. Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Agrata Prishthataschaiva Parshvatascha Mahabalau Akarnapurna Dhanvanau Rakshetam Rama Lakshmanau Rakshetam Rama Lakshmanau. Om na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam nema vidyuto bhanti kuto yamagnihi tameva bhantamanubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai, Umapati Mahadev ki jai, Bolo bhai sab santan ki jai, Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. May Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji, Sita ji, Lakshman ji, Hanuman ji, the whole Parivara bless all of us to go through this journey which Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji went through in this Katha Rupa. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya 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 Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram.